Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Tomorrow the season is back. First game in the season, AFC Wimbledon take on Grimsby. Today we're just going to break down the game, see how Grimsby's pre-season's been, how their transfers have been. Same about Wimbledon, I've talked about it many times, and we're going to go through pre-season transfers again, how both clubs are looking at the season, how their fans think they're going to do. But before we get into this video, please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let's try hit 700 subscribers for the 3 p.m. kickoff tomorrow. That would be massively appreciated. But let's get into this video. Now, tomorrow, the first game of the season is back. Grimsby take on AFC Wimbledon. It's going to be, I think it's a near sold out crowd. It could be sold out. The home end is definitely sold out. Wimbledon have sold just over 500 tickets. Hopefully that can push maybe to 600, 650 because you can pay on the day as well. I'll be there. Very looking forward to it. Hopefully we can win. The first couple of games are very tough. Grimsby, then you have Cov in the Cup, Coventry City, then Wrexham at home, the first home game, which is one of the toughest ones you can get. But let's start off with Grimsby. They have brought in some decent players, actually. Danny Rose from Stevenage, a striker, brought him in for around £200,000, which is a decent price for him. Charles Vernon from Lincoln City, they brought him as well. Actually, some decent signings. They will do very well for Grimsby. I think Grimsby fans are quite excited for this season as well. They had quite a strong finish last season. I think it was their home form which just mucked them up a little bit. They could have pushed a little bit higher if their home form improves. And they also had that amazing FA Cup run beating Southampton at St Mary's as well, which was brilliant. I think it was a 2-0 scoreline. Then they lost. I can't remember the scoreline. It was a 4 or 5-0 defeat to Brighton and Hove Albion away from home the round after that. So they have definitely got a lot of money from the FA Cup run last season as well, which is good for them. And then they're also using that money to reinvest in the squad, which is very good. I feel like Grimsby will have a good season. In my prediction video, I put them 9th. If you haven't watched that, it's the video before this. Please go and watch that as a cracker. But yeah, I think Grimsby will be quite high this season. They've brought in some good players. Also, the departures have been... They haven't lost some important players. They have lost some important players, but they have reinvested the money back into the players that have left and brought in some very good replacements. So they do look good for this season. They could be one of the wild cards, maybe to push for the playoffs and promotion. I'm quite excited to see this Grimsby side play. I think tomorrow is going to be a really good game. It's two really good sides going against each other. It's going to be a cracking game of football. But when we look at Grimsby's departures, I feel like the main one is Max Crocombe, which has left for Burton Albion, the goalkeeper, for around £200,000. That is definitely one that is definitely a player that will be missed by Grimsby. Played against us last season, is a very, very good goalkeeper. When we beat Grimsby 1-0 at home, Ethan Chislett scored, I believe. It could have been a couple more, but it was saved by him. He's a very good keeper. Definitely deserves to be in League One. I think he will do well in League One. He's a good keeper. Daniel Orsi has also gone to Crawley Town. I'm not sure how much game time he got last season, but I've heard he's a decent player and I think he will do good for Crawley as well. But as I said, those players have been replaced. So they've replaced Crocombe with Jake Eastwood from Sheffield United, which is a very good centre-back as well. I mean, centre-back goalie, sorry. And then they have brought in Danny Rose for Orsi as well, which is very good. And I feel like Danny Rose... He did well at Stevenage last season, so I think he will do very good at Grimsby Town. When we look at Grimsby's pre-season, they've had 3 wins, 1 draw and 4 losses, and those 2 losses, two out of those 4 losses did come in their last 2 games, so they could be a little bit shaky going into the first game, but pre-season pretty much doesn't mean a lot. A lot of teams have lost every single game in pre-season and then gone on and won the title. So pre-season doesn't mean anything. It just means gelling with the squad and just playing players in different positions, in positions that they might not feel as comfortable with, to see what position they're best at. But let's move on to talking about AFC Wimbledon. We've brought in some amazing players. Josh Noodle's played very well in pre-season, left winger. Every time he cuts inside, he's just been absolutely brilliant, and I think he'll do so well this season. Omar Bugle, obviously bringing in him as well, has been very good. Ali Al-Hamadi has been very good in pre-season as well. Just come back. The last 2 games of pre-season, he's been absolutely amazing. I think he's going to be so good next season. He's going to be so excited to watch him play. In pre-season, we haven't actually lost the game. We've only conceded 1 goal, and that was a goal which shouldn't have really happened. It was just a misplaced back pass from Ryan Johnson to Alex Bass against QPR, and then he just took it around the keeper and put it into the net. But we've looked really good this pre-season. I'm so excited to watch us play. It seems like we've already gelled. I think it was really good that we made the majority of our signings before pre-season really kicks off. It was really good to see, because you can tell that 2-3 games into pre-season the squad has really gelled, and that is really good, because you don't want to go into a season looking at your squad and seeing that they haven't gelled. Just everything seems positive around the club. In the summer, the team photo, I'll put it on the screen now, absolutely amazing. The quality is insane. Fair play to everyone that got it done. The media side of Wimbledon this year has been incredible, and it's going to be even better this season. Looking forward to it. But it's going to be an exciting game. I'm really hoping it's a good game. Both clubs have brought in some amazing players. Both have amazing managers. And when we look at the head-to-head between both sides last season, Wimbledon, the first game, 3rd of December 2022, Wimbledon did beat Grimsby 1-0, but then on the last day of the season, we're literally starting off where we finished last season, so hopefully we can win and then kind of get revenge on Grimsby in that way. But then Grimsby did beat us 1-0 last game of the season. To be honest, maybe that game should have been different. Maybe both games should have been different. Grimsby did look good when we beat them 1-0, and we also did look good when they beat us 1-0. Maybe it should have been a draw, but it's the first game of the season, and literally anything can happen. We could smash Grimsby, they could smash us. We've looked really good in pre-season, but that doesn't mean anything until you look at the first 10 games in the season and how they go. But I'm going to go with my score prediction. I'm going to go with Grimsby Town 1, AFC Wimbledon 2. I think we can win this game, definitely. I think we have the squad to do it, the calibre of players to do it. We've looked really good in pre-season. It seems like we've already gelled. There's so much positivity going around the club, and I feel like we can do it. Grimsby can easily beat us. They've got some amazing players as well. They've made some very good signings, got a very good manager, very good fans, and I feel like tomorrow's going to be a great start if we can win, because we have some tough games at the start of August, and if we can get, maybe I'll take a win and a draw, or in our first 2 league games. Wrexham's going to be very tough next week on the 12th of August, but let me know your score predictions for tomorrow. If you're a Grimsby fan, let me know what you think about Wimbledon, what you think about your team, transfers, pre-season, etc. Let me know everything about your club, and let me know your score predictions as well. I will be there tomorrow for my matchday vlog. If anyone wants to get into the matchday vlog, a Grimsby fan, Wimbledon fans, if anyone wants to get in, they can do a short interview about Wimbledon or Grimsby, about pre-season, about the game ahead. But come on, you Dons. Let's hope for a win tomorrow. I'm feeling positive. I think everyone is at the club as well. But that is my preview for tomorrow's game. Thank you for watching. Up the Dons. Goodbye.